ask whether the president has made a decision on keeping the scope of Space Force.
Wow, Space Force. It's the plane of today. It is an interesting question. I am happy to check with our Space Force point of contact. I'm not sure who that is.
Psaki did say today that the Space Force has Biden's full support. Greg, she acted like she didn't know what it was, frankly, and that was her way of covering it up.
Sorry, I cut out. Were you talking to me? I think that she, look, I always found that, like, sarcasm at the podium, it doesn't ever work as well when it comes out of your mouth as it sounds in your head. I don't think she was denigrating the people that have those jobs. There's a lot of them. You know, Colorado, I think Alabama, I think maybe even Texas. And I'm excited for Space Force because, like the Arctic Circle policy that I'm obsessed with, I think that the space policy, that's going to be next. So, yeah, she probably doesn't know who the Space Force contact is yet, but I bet she does now.
Greg?
Yeah, I think we can say this now that she's awful. I mean, she's a complete lightweight. I mean, when you mock the Space Force, you pretty much mock the optimism and the desire to dream bigger and better things, which is what America is. She'd rather mock it than defend it. And every person knows, even slow and old Joe understands that when you control space, you pretty much control everything. She would just gladly hand the keys to Earth over to China just because Trump started it.
I know. And does she not, Juan, does she not read, well, the New York Times? They wrote an extensive piece about space warfare and the threat of China. They actually wrote among the most important national security issues now facing President Biden is how to contend with the threat that China poses to the American military in space. Juan?
Well, I don't have any argument with you, Dagan. I think that's probably right. But, you know, I mean, I think we're going way overboard on this. I don't think she was mocking anybody. General Jay Raymond, who is the head of Space Force, said his own mother doesn't know what Space Force does. I think it's like 2,500 people. It's not like 1 million people in the U.S. Army. It's brand new, and basically what they do is like GPS systems, missile warnings, track satellites. It's not about warfare. So I just think that, maybe we should, I think Jen Psaki is doing a great job. I just don't see this as an issue.
Jesse, you're Dr. Mock. What say you?
I hate to agree with Juan. It makes me sick to my stomach to do so, but I do. I think she was trying to tell a joke that didn't land. Yeah. Trust me, I've been there, Jen. But, all the Democrats voted for Space Force. And we got to confront the Russians and the Chinese there because, one, I do disagree there. It is going to be a battle zone. And why do you think all these billionaires are sending rockets up there? They think we're going to destroy the planet one day and we're going to have to colonize space. And who's going to be there to defend us? Space Force.